The Augusta Symphony is getting busy this weekend with not one but two concerts happening on Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, there's going to be the Georgia premiere of Peter Boyer's Rhapsody in Red, White, and Blue. Augusta Symphony's music director Dirk Meyer and guest pianist Jeffrey Beagle are joining us now here in the Mix Studios with all the info, and it's good to see you, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
The American Rhapsodies, Rhapsody, Red, and White, and Blue, could be a familiar term for a number of people, but they may not exactly understand. So tell us about American Rhapsodies.
Yeah, so the program combines music of American composers and sort of immigrant composers. Dvorak starts us out, who spent many years in the United States, and then we have the Georgia premiere of the Rhapsody in Red, White, and Blue by Peter Boyer. Later, Kurt Weill, Symphony No. 2. Kurt Weill was essential creating the Broadway sound, himself an immigrant coming to the United States. And then we end the concert with the Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. And I'm thrilled to have Jeff Beagle here with us to perform those two works for piano and orchestra, because he was, of course, essential in getting the Peter Boyer off the ground. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was in like 2017 I realized Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue would have a centennial in 2024. That seems like a long time out, but time goes fast. And around the time, just before COVID, it was late 2019, I really started to put the idea into motion. And then when COVID hit, it really had given us a lot of time to do something. So I decided to celebrate the centennial of Rhapsody in Blue with a new work by a living composer, a new Rhapsody. So I came up with the title Rhapsody in Red, White, and Blue, and I approached several composers. They all said no, for obvious reasons. They didn't want to be compared to Gershwin.
Right.
I went to Peter Boyer, who's a quintessential American composer of American themes, and he said no too. And I said to him, well, you know, this is not good. So
This is not where I was planning this was going.
he says, I don't want to be compared to Gershwin. I said, well, okay, I'll tell you what Maurice Ravel said to George Gershwin 100 years ago. He says, better you should be a first-rate Gershwin rather than a second-rate Ravel. I said, how about you be a first-rate Peter Boyer and not a second-rate Gershwin? I don't know, just it worked. So he said, okay. But he did such a wonderful job with this piece, tipping the hat to Gershwin in styles. They'll hear the Charleston, they'll hear some blues, they'll hear things like that, but then there's a cinematic sense to it, which has evolved since Gershwin's time. And I always tell audiences, bring a little box of tissue with you in your pocket, because when you get to the lyrical section, you really do start to feel this sense of, wow, this is the greatest country in the world.
And you really
just
do feel it.
You feel like you're soaring over the Grand Canyon or Niagara Falls or Mount Rushmore. It's just a very beautiful, expansive piece, but has a lot of energy and a lot of rhythm. And I think it just makes everybody just stand up and cheer at the end. And they just say, thank you. We love this piece. It makes us feel so proud.
Quite the painted picture.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how the reaction has been, but I think you already said, like, I think I'm going to need to bring Kleenex, right?
Please. It's overwhelming, because it's new music in a way, but it's new in the sense that there's a sense of nostalgia to it also, but it's very original. Nothing is copied. It's pure Peter Boyer, but it's a wonderful vehicle for the orchestra and for me as a pianist. He wrote it very well for the piano, but it's just a new piece for our time, and eventually it will become an old piece like most new pieces are, but the audiences really do identify it. There's a sense of American pride that I say music is uniting, unites us. Unites U.S. and us, and I think that's what the whole premise of the project is about.
Awesome. And then we're moving to Sunday.
Yes, exactly.
With more.
So let's talk about on Sunday. The bees will be buzzing, donkeys braying, little fish. Okay, what's going on here?
Lots going on Sunday, yeah. On Sunday afternoon, we have our family concert at the Hardin Performing Arts Center at the library in Columbia County. And this is The Animals at the Symphony, where we have a narrated piece. It's the story of the town musicians of Bremen, the old fairy tale. And then we follow that with the famous Carnival of the Animals by Camille Saint-Saëns. So this is really a shorter performance, about an hour or so, specifically made for children, young adults, and those young at heart.
Okay. So no real lions or kangaroos? Or
Only in sound.
Only in sound.
Only in sound.
All right, Theater of the Year, everybody.
Yeah. Dirk, so the Augusta Symphony is almost wrapping up the 23-24 season, right? So there are 3 concerts left in March, 1 in April and 1 in May. So what can we expect? And can you give us a little hint of the next season?
Yeah,
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, so we're wrapping up the season with one more Pops concert, which is the American Wonders, a cinematic projection with 3D glasses for everybody who comes in, because we have that 3D screen above the orchestra, and it's a journey through America's national parks and then through America's great cities. And then we have 2 more performances in our symphony series featuring Beethoven's 5, Symphony Number 5, and some Korngold as well, his wonderful violin concerto. And we wrap up the season with something that I'm really looking forward to. It's called Symphonic Jazz, music by Hindemith, music by Duke Ellington, and a completely unknown composer called Henrik Wars, who also came to this country and wrote very jazzy sort of movie music. And then next season is just around the corner, of course, and will be out publicly very, very soon. And next season, we are actually celebrating our 70th anniversary with the Augusta Symphony.
Amazing.
And so there's a lot of celebratory music in that season, and especially some pieces from 1954 and 55, the year that the season that we were born. So I'm very excited for that.
And it all, again, kicks off this weekend with Animals and a Rhapsody Red, White, and Blue. Get all the information, AugustaSymphony.com. Again, music director Dirk Meyer and guest pianist Jeffrey Beagle. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys.
Pleasure. Thank you.
You.